individuals. This report, which in obvious whitewashing language refers to such activities as the government simply weighed in and correcting. Allegedly false information is posted online, basically admitted that the Canadian government had assumed the role of the secret online police. You can see a video report on this activity up in Canada, which is very disturbing, my friend. Are you disturbed yet? You should be. So what kind of people are the governments of the Western world targeting online? Well, when it comes to the U.S. government, all you have to do is to look at the official documents to see who they consider the problems to be. For much more on this, please see my previous article entitled 72 Types of Americans That Are Considered Political Potential Terrorists in Official Government Documents. Yep, and I have a link on it. I did got it printed up, which is from thetruthwins.com, and the link's on the site. And it's interesting when they talk about people they question or considered extremist or political or domestic terrorists. The ones who talk about individual liberties, states' rights, to make the world a better place, free themselves from British rule, defeating the communists, intolerance towards other religions, anti-gay, anti-immigrant, the patriot movement, and there's a few more here. I'm outside, folks, so that's okay. Oh, yeah, okay, members of American Family Association, Christian Action Network, anyone that opposes the New World Order, conspiracy theorizing, who's against Agenda 21, concerned about FEMA camps, fears impending gun control or weapons confiscations, militia movement, etc. The link's on there, so I'm just letting you know for sure. And, okay, I will continue. Sadly, the reality of the matter is that the days of free and open internet were numbered. Governments of the world are increasing their control over the internet with each passing day, and eventually a time will likely come when we will not be able to communicate openly like this any longer. Things have gotten so bad in the U.S. already that even Google is spooked. A recent court decision that endorsed a broad view of the Federal Communications Commission authority over the internet has Google and other web companies nervous. In closed-door meetings with regulators and the Capitol Hill staff, Google lawyers have said they are worried how the SEC may use its newfound powers, according to multiple people familiar with the meetings. The extent of the SEC's authority over Google and other web services remains unclear, and the current FCC has given no indication that it's interested in pushing aggressive new regulations. But the possibility that the Commission could begin telling Google how to organize its search results or handle its user data is enough to spook the company's army of Washington lobbyists. And this is just the beginning. If you think the control freaks are running things now are bad, just wait until you see the next generation of control freaks. For example, there is one prominent student writer at Harvard that apparently believes the free speech at her university should be abolished, and that any professor that does not advocate her politically correct version of justice should be fired. I guess she probably had a terrible childhood. A student writer, there's a link on here too, so a student writer at Harvard University is raising eyebrows after publishing her belief that free speech on campus should be abolished and professors with opposing views be fired. Sandra Korn, a senior writer who writes a column for the Harvard Crimson newspaper, thinks radical leftism is the only permissible political philosophy, and the First Amendment only hinders colleges from brainwashing students with her viewpoint. Let's give up on academic freedom in favor of justice, states the subtitle of her February 18th column, where she insists Harvard stop guaranteeing students and professors the right to hold controversial views and conduct research, putting liberalism in a negative light. in our university communities opposes racism, sexism, heterosexualism, sexism. Why should we put up with the research that counters our goals, Korn said. Oh man, she's probably one spoiled little brat. The glam girl, right? Alright, I will continue. This is what the control freaks always want. They always want to shut down those that are presenting opposing views. They don't believe in free speech and a marketplace of ideas. Rather, they believe in shoving what they believe down the rest of our throats. And we have solid proof that the governments of the Western world are paying more people to manipulate discourse on social media, blogs, forums, and websites. So, will there be great outrage over this? Or will the apathetic public just roll over and ignore this like they have so many other times the past few years? That's pretty neat. It's good stuff there, Brother Snyder. Really, really good. Yep, that's the question, my friend. You got quacks like her prove that she's probably Peggy Arnold on steroids. All right, and I hope she'll be listening to this podcast, because I could really give two craps on what she thinks and her pathetic cohorts that all they want to do is have a control freak, because they can't even take care of themselves, or other words, wipe their own behinds, and I say that politely. So even when you go to the internet and social media, remember, always observe responsibly. Plain and simple. And I recommend you don't use these sites like Facebook, Twitter, Google Plus. Don't use your personal diary or personal diary for the whole world to see. Okay, I don't really care who you're having sex with, or you're getting high, or you're getting drunk. To me, that's inapplicable. My goal on my social media outlets, put out good information and observe responsibly. If you want to be critical, put your reply in and have the information to back it up. And you know what? I appreciate that more. If you're just going to use spoof rhetoric and be one-dimensional, come on. It isn't going to work at all. Even people in my pen pals within these entities, we may have a good amount of differences, but we can have a great discussion, and our relationship's getting bolder by the day. And that's what I like to see. Because the truth of the matter is, my friends, that's their goal, divide and rule. If we all unite and focus on them, they'll be pooping in their pants. And I prefer this. One great search engine to use is startpage.com. You're never going to hear me say Google this, Google that. Nah, start page this, start page that. Go to startpage.com, and it's an awesome pro-privacy website. And they do have a Start Mail as well, which I have took the honor of beta testing it. I do a little few tweaks just to get the hang of it. I may be using that as well, what you can do, you can send your emails encrypted. That will drive people like Google, Microsoft, Twitter, drive them crazy. It's great to use the enemy's tools. All right. So, I will post these up on my Spreaker page as soon as possible. And I can take one more good little note. It's so funny. I was like, like Ted Nugent made a statement that Barack Obama was a subhuman mongrel, and of course you got all these hacks from the Comedy News Network, CNN, and maybe NBC. So that's racially motivated. This, and how dare he call him a mongrel? It's funny because I just looked at looked at it on the website, and this one here for mongrel under Merriam-Webster Dictionary is a noun, okay, and it means an individual resulting from the interbreeding of diverse breeds or strains, especially one of the unknown ancestry. And this is from dictionary.com, and it's definition number 2, a taboo person of mixed race. Well, we're all a bunch of mutts one way or the other, so we maybe have that mongrel sensation in us as well. And the fact is this: President Obama is a mulatto, half black, half white. Okay, so that's a fact. He's a mulatto. So if they call it a mongrel, hey, call me a mongrel. I'll be happy. If you flip the bird, I'm gonna say congratulations for displaying your IQ of 1. Okay, my friends, that is really it for the time being. Thanks for listening, and I will post these sites on my Spreaker page again as soon as possible. Hit me on Facebook, Twitter, Google+, YouTube, thumbs up, thumbs down, middle fingers, commend me, condemn me. Send me information. We can have a great honorable discussion because it builds healthy dialogues. All right? And remember, demoniac resistance is healthy for the soul and can liberate societies. Until next time, take care of yourselves. Keep on spreading the love, and may your guardian spirits be with you.